today I'm gonna be doing a Q&A, and I'm feeling like I'm gonna be an IPA bro for the day as well because I'm gonna be drinking this disgusting IPA. How do I know it's an IPA? Because it says IPA on it. I found it in my mini fridge upstairs. I haven't had a beer in so... That's why I don't drink beer. Love that. So I asked you guys over on my Instagram to ask me some questions, and I will, oh God, it's just everywhere. And I thought, you know, maybe we could just like kick it together, have a little chat, talk about some things, answer some of your frequently asked questions, drink an IPA, and just bro down together. So let's just get on with this Q&A, and the first one is piercing. My ears are technically pierced. I don't wear earrings. I have really sensitive skin, and if I wear earrings, they'll get all crusty and infected and disgusting, and I've tried different kinds of metals. It happens no matter what, so I just avoid any piercing, but I avoid putting anything in my ears. I've had my belly button pierced. There's still a hole there. I don't put anything in it. It was pierced weirdly. I don't like the way it looks when there's something in it. And I also had my nose pierced during a very strange time in my life. I had a piercing in my nose for about 3 months, and then I was over it. It's just not my aesthetic. I am just not a piercing person. And honestly, like, if I'm gonna be completely honest, no hate to anybody who has their nipples pierced, but like nipple piercings make me gag. When I see them on other people, I get like my gag reflex going, because not that I think it's disgusting, but the idea of the pain, like just no, never. And I will tell you guys straight up, I don't like piercings. It's a thing. It's a weird thing I have. I'm sorry. No hate or judgment. I'm just being honest. Next we have King Dragon Drew. This is my friend from the latest season of 90 Day Fiancé. He's really cool. I've talked to him here and there. I've talked with a few cast members of this current season of 90 Day Fiancé. They're all really nice. And he asked, funny question, what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever worn? Okay, so it actually probably was something I wore on 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. My kimono dress when I went out to dinner with Erica, that was a choice that I regret. Like, that's a cute, sexy dress, but I got dragged for wearing it because it's, you know, cultural appropriation. I never really thought about it that way. I was like, ooh, pretty dress, let me wear it. Looks good on me, it fits. Like, when something fits me well, I tend to disregard like its cultural significance. So that was my bad, I apologize. It's still a beautiful dress, I still have it. I don't really know what to do with it. Next is from Chef Rob 101. What do you think is the most important message we should be teaching our young girls? I think the most important message we should teach young girls is to be nicer to other girls. I have experienced so much girl on girl hate all my life, basically. And you know, we already as women have so much to deal with as far as like body image and the media and other men fucking with us, that the last thing we fucking need is another woman shitting on us. Matthew 83198, when do you think the virus will end? I do not believe the virus will ever end. I have talked to a lot of doctors, and I personally believe that COVID is just going to become something that we're always proactively dealing with. People will need to be vaccinated. The at-risk population and older population will need to be vaccinated. Young people can fucking do whatever they want to. Do you, boo. I don't think we're gonna have to wear masks forever. I think that we are just gonna have to learn to deal with it. And I think that as time goes by, we'll develop much more effective treatments for it. And it's just gonna be one of those things. It's just gonna be like another common cold or flu. You know, we're past the worst of it, where like in the beginning we knew nothing about it. But I think as time goes on, we'll learn more about it. We'll learn how to manage it better. And that's my theory, but I'm not a scientist. David 62576. Are you up for dating? So I do have dating apps installed on my phone. I have Tinder and I have Hinge. I don't fuck with Bumble. I cannot initiate conversations with people to save my life. Tinder's kind of bad. I mean, it's really, there's nothing good on Tinder. Hinge is better. I like Hinge a lot. I've actually talked to some cool people on there, but I don't know. I am just kind of going with the flow. I'm teetering back and forth between like, am I ready to date? I should be ready to date. It's been 2 freaking years. Or am I not ready to date? And I did go on a couple dates during the pandemic, and I obviously took every precaution necessary, ranging from like testing to, you know, social distancing. And I actually had one good experience where the person's like really cool. We had a great night. It was super fun, super nice. And then I had one experience that started off really good, but then ended really fucking weird. And it kind of like left me feeling uneasy because like this person was just so sketchy. And so I am now a little bit apprehensive. Russell Mustard Knee, will you ever have kids? I don't know. I really don't know. Some days I want children, and I know I can't physically produce my own, so I'd have to do like a surrogate or adopt or whatever. But like then when I start considering that, it's not really the cost that's the issue. It's like giving up my freedom. I think kids are cute and adorable and fun and nice, but like I'm a pretty selfish person, and I don't know, like something about, like I know if I had a kid, I would have to like give up a lot, and I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. And so maybe later, maybe later in my life. You know, I'm 30 and I feel still really young. I missed like the past 3 years of my life to, you know, illness. I was not really able to do all the things I wanted to do. So I feel like now it's like I'm now living off of borrowed time. Is that the right expression? So like, I don't know, now I really just want to like travel and have fun and relive my youth that I lost to aplastic anemia, and not really worry about having kids just yet. But like maybe when I'm 35, like I'm totally content with like having a kid when I'm 40. I feel like that would be maybe a better time to have children because it'd be like a new chapter of my life, but we'll see. Next is from Your Personal Jesus. I've been curious, do you take your pictures yourself or is someone else taking them for you? This is a very frequently asked question, and yes, I take all of my own pictures. I have a tripod, I have a light, I have a self timer option, and I also just have one of those like little Bluetooth remotes that I sometimes will just like hold in my hand. And I've just gotten really good at angling the cameras in certain cool, fun ways. And yeah, it's so easy. I actually find it easier to take photos of myself by myself than having somebody else take my photos, because I know exactly how I want it and other people just suck at it. Foodie Reese, have you ever encountered anything scary living in that house? So it's been confirmed by a psychic that my house is haunted. And I think it's haunted by good and positive spirits. There's nothing evil or malevolent in this home. There's been just some weird things that have happened, things kind of being moved around, finding a human bone in my front yard, and you know, just the energy, you feel it in this house. You feel like that you're not alone. And it's weird because like, yeah, I live alone in this big house, but I never feel like I'm alone. I always feel like there's just a presence here, and in some ways I feel like it's my dad. So yeah. Next is from When We Were Made. Are you asexual? I have thought in the past that maybe I was asexual, but I just don't think I was ever with the right partner that made me feel like I was a sexual being. Like sex always felt like a chore. Lately, like I've been feeling a resurgence in my sexuality. I feel like, okay, I've been celibate for 2 years and I'm getting pretty horny lately, and I just feel ready to just go to Pound Town. So maybe soon, we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Next is from xoxo89. Did you use an interior designer? Nope. This is all from my brain, from my imagination. I will go on Pinterest and I'll just collect like a mood board of what I want for a particular room. And then I'll hit up Home Goods. I have like a list of websites that I go to. I love like, okay, I like Wayfair, All Modern, Ballard Design, Frontgate. Amazon has good stuff sometimes, and like I'll hit up those sites and I'll try to like replicate what it is that's like a vision in my head, and that's usually what I just do. Next is Abracadabra Homes. Why do you try so hard to be real when we all know it's fake? What? Okay, that like I can't answer that question. Okay, I'm just me. I'm just doing what I know. If it's fake, I don't fucking know. Maybe it is. I'm trying to figure myself out. I'm sure everyone else is. This is the thing when people are like, who's the real you? I'm like, who's the fucking real you? Do you even know? Are you like this completely developed human being that you've got yourself down to a fucking definition on paper? No, we're always changing, we're complex, we're multifaceted, we're always trying to box ourselves in and like categorize ourselves. I am just who I am. I am who I am. And sometimes that changes day by day or month by month or year by year. Anyway, next is EasyBO24. How does one become your friend? It takes years and years and years and years. I have very few friends. It takes a lot for me to trust somebody, but I think the #1 way to be my friend is like loyalty, like go to bat for me. I was talking to my friend Heather about it. Like, if someone's talking shit about me, if someone's like demeaning or degrading me in some way, and if you just like passively like sit by while that person does it, I know you're not a ride or die. But if you're a person who will like be like, oh, you talking shit about my friend? I'm gonna fucking kill you. Like, then like, I value that. If I ever got into a new relationship and I would like tell my friend Brad about it, be like, yeah, I'm seeing somebody new. He's like, all right, well, you just let me know if you like need any help. Like, I just like feeling protected by my friends and like that they would stick up for me and stand up for me. That's like super important. So if you can stick around through all of my bullshit and also back me up and be like my ride or die, like over time, that is how you become my friend. Next is from Kayla Benitez. How do your pups' personalities differ? Oh my gosh, my dogs could not be any more different. Frank is very, very, what is the word? Lazy, very likes to, you know, very gluttonous, loves attention, loves food, loves cuddles, demands them very aggressively. Like if you're not hugging him, like he'll hit you. And he is just a total potato. Doesn't really like to like exert a lot of energy, but he loves to go outside and explore and sniff things. Milo, oh my God, a fucking ball of energy, runs around everywhere. Like he is a country dog. And he's so sweet, and he's also really loving. The one common ground that they have, which actually causes a lot of competition between them, is the fact that they're both attention whores and they both love affection, and they will compete constantly over who is getting more attention. They're just the sweetest dogs, and although they are a bit mischievous, they are the sweetest, kindest dogs. Like somebody came over my house recently and they were like, oh my God, your dogs are so friendly. I'm like, I know, they won't leave you alone this entire time. Like my dogs actually ended up falling asleep on this person, like nuzzled up. They're just so friendly. They love people, they love guests. Except Milo, he does have a very protective territorial streak in him. So if he senses danger or if he senses that I am threatened, oh, he goes into like crazy fucking attack mode. Next is from, I can't pronounce your name. Would you love again? I would love to. I really would. I would love to love again, but I don't like taking unnecessary risks when I know that I can get my feelings hurt. Here's a good one. Connie Vug, please, I already asked, please tell me your opinion. Do you think I'm too old for starting an OnlyFans? I am 40. I actually recently collaborated with somebody who's 40 years old and has an OnlyFans. I know people who are far older than 40 who are doing OnlyFans. There's literally nothing to stop you. There's a niche, there's a thing for everything. I think that you should just go for it, especially if you're like confident in yourself. I think confidence is key. You know, if you say like, oh, I'm 40, I'm old, then like, okay, you're lacking in confidence. Maybe you should work on that before you start taking your clothes off on the internet. But if you are 40 and you're feeling fucking hot, go for it. Next is from Stacy. How can someone plus size, as in size 22, feel confident when the world wants not that? honestly, the world doesn't want women to be confident, period, because it is a billion-dollar industry. If every woman was confident, makeup companies, diet companies, even some clothing companies would go out of business. So it's like insecurity makes the world go round, unfortunately. And I wish I could be the person who could give you some really good advice in regards to that would make you feel better. But like, I'm a size 6 and I struggle with self-esteem. I struggle with the way that I look. And I know girls who are half my size, who are a size 0, who also struggle with their size. So I think if it makes you feel any better, and sometimes this makes me feel better, is that like, no matter where you fall on like the scale, like everybody has insecurities. Everybody feels shit about the way that they look from time to time, even the prettiest people that you would never expect. It's a shared struggle in the world, and it is a struggle that can control your life in so many ways. It prohibits you from fully enjoying and living your life sometimes. Like there were so many times in my life where I felt like my appearance was holding me back from living my best life. Like, oh, like if I were skinnier, like I would enjoy sex more. Like if I was prettier, I would, you know, be more confident to be myself around people. Like if I was prettier, like I could be, you know, an actress. Like it was always like this unattainable thing that like I was trying to get. And eventually I'm just like, I may not be happy fully with myself, but I need to like still enjoy my life and live my life, because it's like I owe it to myself to still have like a wonderful experience and still do the things I want to do. And I'm so sick of my appearance and what I perceive myself as being a roadblock to living, you know? So I always tell people, even if you're not fully confident, that's okay. It's not bad to say that. I'm not. I'm insecure as fuck, and I fucking hate myself sometimes. But like, am I gonna go to the beach and put on a bikini and try to just have a good time and try to just overcome it? I will, because I deserve that. Okay, so that's my response to that. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I enjoyed sitting down with you and drinking this disgusting beer. I have had half and I'm good. I'm done. I'm not drinking anymore. This couch smells like an IPA because I spilled it. That was crazy. You guys remember that? Remember when I spilled the beer at the beginning of this video? What the fuck? But anyway, thank you guys so much. Make sure to check out my OnlyFans, my Patreon. I will link both of those down below. Follow me on Instagram so you can see what I'm up to, so you can participate in the next Q&A. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.